Hi everyone, and welcome. Welcome to the Awakening Hour. And well, this is an hour where we're gonna discuss what it is to be a more aware and awakened human being to our full potential, to live our full potential. And I think today is gonna be a really awesome discussion. I'm actually very excited, actually. Hello, Tito. I think a lot of people are very excited for today's discussion. I'm just gonna wait a little bit, and anybody wants to say hello, come on in. Tell us where you're from. Not only me, but tell everybody where you're from. I am going to put a little music. You know me, as we, if you've been following me, you guys know that I love putting on some music in the meantime. Chloe, you want to join us? Come on, Chloe. My beautiful baby girl joins us every time. Her name is Chloe. And I do a lot of recordings with her. And actually, you see how my pillows are kind of messed up? Well, this because I have a little one that is hiding somewhere in there. And so, hi, Carla. Hey, gorgeous Michelle. Ooh, excuse me, guys. I am so excited. I am so excited to talk about upper limits and, sorry, guys, upper limits and self-sabotage, because guess what? We all have them, and it's all about learning to become more self-aware. So, yes, my Chloe. How are you, Michelle? I was going to text you today to see how you're doing after our session the other day, our beautiful session. How have you been, darling? Hey, gorgeous Whitney. Hey, Daphne. Guys, how is the volume? Let me know if the volume is a little too high. I definitely have them. Oh my God. You know what? Everybody has them. Even successful people have them. You know, we all have them. It's an upper limit thing, and I can't wait to go more into detail. Just give me a minute, guys. So actually, the people that are watching right now, you know, tell me about your limits or your self-sabotage. What is it that you feel like you can't have as much as you try? What is it that the same story that keeps repeating itself in your life? Hi, Tracy. Everybody, let us know where you're from. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna share this into my Facebook group, and so more viewers can join us. Let's see. Arizona, awesome. Ohio, okay. I have a soft spot for people in Ohio. Don't ask me why. I think a lot of my friends have been from Ohio, and I just feel like people from Ohio. I love the Midwest. I'm a Midwest lover. People from the Midwest are just like so cute, you know. Let's see. So it's gonna take some time, just a little bit. Okay. New York. Hi, Vincent. Hello, hello. Okay. And what are some of the repetitive things that you guys are struggling with? Okay, Carla. Every time I get a book ready to self-publish. Oh, Carla, my darling. I have so much love for you. Carla, all that stuff can change. I promise. Actually, you really needed to watch this today. I'm going to talk about my own personal struggles. And actually, if anybody wants to join me, because I will have somebody in the Awakening Hour, I do have someone, whoever wants to join and talk about you know, their side of the story, their struggles, and how we all relate, and how we can all have a, my purpose is to have a group healing with everyone. So I will definitely, if this is something that you are interested in, you know, just keep an eye out, because I definitely have a lot of love for people, and I would love to bring somebody in to talk about these things as well, not just me saying, you know, my side of the story. But yes, anybody else besides Carla? So Carla, what is it that's going on in your mind whenever you want to self-publish? What is that belief or that ugly thing that keeps you from, and we're not even talking about publishers, you're even saying self-publishing, which anybody can say that it's super easy, and look, we can, you know, she's still struggling with self-publishing, which is also, I mean, looking at it from the outside, it sounds like being afraid of being seen, you know, and being afraid of maybe being called a fraud. You know, let me know if that's something that resonates with you, which is actually very, very common, especially for leaders, people that want to make a difference in people's lives. We are kind of afraid to say the wrong thing. Yeah. We're kind of afraid of saying the wrong thing, or maybe we don't have enough experience, or you know, who am I to be talking about whatever topic I really want to talk about, right? And that's something that all of us have to, at one point, have to kind of deal with. Afraid of being seen. What was I going, you know, was what I was going to say. Yeah, no, we have a lot of us is, you know, I can totally relate to you on that, because even though I make a lot of videos and I make Facebook lives, and I have a loud personality, I do struggle with that. I don't, you know, it doesn't happen. I think it does. I was going to say it doesn't happen all the time. I'm like, well, maybe it does happen all the time. It's just tamed. But yeah, you know, one of my biggest things was being afraid of being seen. And, you know, what happens when we're seen, right? What happens when we expose ourselves to the public? We are exposing ourselves of being judged. We are exposing ourselves of being called a fraud. We are exposing ourselves of just hate, you know. However, we have to come to an equilibrium and say, you know, is this hurting me? Is this because this is your mind also trying to keep you safe. So think about it this way. All of these fear-based beliefs that make us do the same thing over and over, this is your mind trying to keep you safe. You know, your mind was designed to keep you safe. So it keeps you safe by telling you, don't do it, or don't go over here, don't go over there, don't let yourself be seen. Like, you know, why? Because you're going to get hate mail, or you're going to get questioned about things that, you know, that you don't, maybe you're not ready for. And it's like, okay, how long are we going to continue to let ourselves be safe? How long are we going to continue to let ourselves hide instead of throwing out the knowledge and the beauty that we have within each and every one of us? Actually, you know, I would love to have a show of hands of people that have dealt with depression. Has anybody dealt with depression? You know, and you know, I hope that many of you have dealt with depression, if not all of you, right? This is a pretty common feeling. I made a whole video on depression, which is a topic that not a lot of people like to talk about. However, depression is really important for our growth. There you go, dealing now. Carla, I have a lot of love for you, honey. I'm severely depressed. I'm sorry, Tito. And I'm so glad that you guys are being as honest and as transparent as possible, because for the ones that are being like that is the ones that you're ready to actually shift that and take more goodness into your life. So anybody else have dealt with depression? You don't have to be dealing with it right now, but have you dealt with depression? And I'm gonna get into it in just a second. I think we're good. I think we're ready to start. We have a nice little audience now. Right? Actually, you know what? Oh my God. When you've come out of depression, or when you are in depression, I really would love for you guys to be honest with me about this. Why do you believe that you're depressed? And I'm going to go into it in a second. Why do you believe that your body is depressing you? Because that's the thing that most of us don't understand. You are a soul, you are an energy being that is inside a human body in the third dimension, right? So your body is just as intelligent as you are, and your mind tries to be just as intelligent as your body. The problem is that we don't take our bodies as serious. We see them as, actually, most of us hate our bodies, right? But our bodies are so incredibly intelligent. And so when it comes to depression, and I definitely suggest, if you are interested a little bit more in understanding the holistic side of depression, understanding the energetic side of depression, definitely check out my video on depression. It's on my page. I'm failing because my body's failing. Okay, look at that. Look at that. You know, and that sounds more like the mind. That's what it's talking about. The mind is actually trying to grasp and trying to make sense of what is happening. But when it comes to depression, the reality is that your body, listen to the word depression, right? It's a depression, you know? So what I've noticed that depression is that you are not really going the route that you should be going. You know, my body is sick. It makes me depressed. Your body is, okay. These are, even saying that my body is sick, when your body gets sick, it is only a natural reaction of your thoughts. Okay? It is only a natural reaction of your beliefs. So as your body gets sick, it's because of, you have to really take a look at your beliefs. You have to really take a look at the thoughts that you're thinking. You know, are the thoughts that you're thinking is, I can't do it, I don't have time, I don't know. Gloria, oh my God. So Gloria, my beautiful, friend, ex-client of mine, Gloria is notorious for getting the flu, okay? But getting the flu is also a way of your body making you slow down, okay? It's a depression, all right? So think about it this way. We're walking a path. We're walking a path. And then all of a sudden, your body slows down. It's not because you're failing. It's not because, you are... I don't even want to say the words that come into our minds, that I'm shit or I'm crap or whatever. It's not only that, it's think about the path that you're taking in life, Is the path that I'm taking in life the path that I really want to take? And that's something that I've really noticed with my clients, and I've noticed it with myself. Is the path that you're taking the path that I really want to take? Is the job that I'm going to every day the job that I want to take? So think about it this way. Am I taking too many responsibilities on my shoulder? Am I putting myself into too many commitments? When you're putting yourself into too many commitments, your body is going to naturally give you the flu, by the way. Okay? And then think about the thoughts that you're thinking. Carla is trying to, and yes, it is a vicious cycle. It's a nasty cycle, but think about the thoughts that you're thinking. Like, Carla wants to do something amazing for herself, and she is the epitome of an upper limit. She wants to publish a book, and guess what's happening? She is, every time that she's gonna publish, she can't do it. She can't do it. She can't do it. Honestly, Carla, honestly, I never would have left the job. I hate it. Had my body not start rebelling. Left the job. I hate it. Exactly. Look at that. So that is your body. That is her body completely communicating. For men, you know how, like what happens with men, which I really think it's so obvious to me, is the gout. For men, it's the gout. It's so crazy, but that's what it is. However, what I really wanna touch base, and that is just the way that our body depresses us. So our body, what it's trying to do is trying to communicate something, that you're not paying attention to. That is what depression is. And the problem is that we live in a society that they tell us that depression is bad, that you need to, that, oh my God, you're depressed, let's not talk about it, let's go to the bar and get drunk, right? That's what we do best, or let's go and call up, little Lucy, or, my little friend Barbara, and let me dump all my shit on her, And the truth is that our bodies are really trying to give us a message. And until we really stop and listen to our bodies, you're never going to get the message. And that part is called surrendering. That part is literally listening to that. However, I want to move a little bit, and I want to move into, what our upper limits are. Okay. So our upper limits are, when it comes to money, holy shit. I have a whole list. Hold on. I have oh my God. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Rowena. So good to see you guys. Okay. Every time, if you guys are trying to make a deadline, you get sick, you get hurt, you get depressed, right? Avoiding medical wellness checkups because you're trying to finish something, you're trying to work. Always thinking that you're busy. If this sounds like you, let me know. Always give me like a hands up, give me like a little thingy. Always saying that you're busy. All right. And yet never really getting anything done, or taking too long to finish deadlines, or passing the deadlines. Saying or thinking that you don't ever have enough time, let's see. Tito, what did I say about gout? Gout is just a very clear way of saying that you are taking the wrong steps. Everything is symbolic. So gout is it's your feet. Your feet is what makes you, take steps to where you're going. And if you're going into the wrong job, you're gonna get gout. If you're doing the wrong things for yourself when it comes to life purpose, you're gonna get gout, Another self-sabotaging behavior when it comes to upper limits in money is going to bed late when you know that you have to wake up in the morning and get things done. I am so guilty of that. Going to bed late. Also thinking that there's not enough time. By the way, thinking that there's not enough time comes from a lacking mentality, because there is not enough time. So that means that, let me see, me too. So that means that, we don't, there's not enough. There's a lacking mentality. But I'm going to challenge that, and I want to challenge this for you guys. I really want to help you guys with this. I want to challenge and say, tell yourself, so from now on, you're describing me. I'm describing myself, honey. I'm describing myself. And I'll let you know what I've been struggling with lately. And, okay, so I want to help you guys connect to your power. Everybody, we are so powerful, and when we let ourselves say things like there's not enough time, we are literally giving our power away. Okay. Also, there's so many ways that we give our power away, honestly, but you are so powerful. So from today on, I want you to ask yourself, how determined are you to change your life? How determined are you to feel what success is? And it's gonna get hard, But when it gets hard is because you're facing an upper limit problem, you know? So I want everybody to kind of put their hands in their heart, you know, because this is I'm teaching you how to use your power here. So I want everybody to put their hands in their heart. And if you're really ready for success, I want you to take a deep breath and just say, it's my time and I'm ready for success. It's my time and I'm ready for success. Okay? And so what that says is that you are telling your mind to kind of step to the side. And the next thing that I want you to do is that I want you to basically, how do I put this for you guys? Actually, let me see if I can share this real quick. Hold on, guys. Sorry. I haven't forgotten. I'm going to invite everybody today. Okay. So, I'm ready for success, right? And then I want you to tell your mind whatever it is that you are struggling with, right? And I'm going to do this whole thing on procrastination. So it's not just about procrastination, and there's a whole science behind procrastination. But I want you to tell your mind to show you, and I tell this to all my clients, tell your mind to show you where you can have more time. If you're the type of person that you lack time, tell your mind, where, show me how I can have more time. Show me, oh, that's not, oh my God, there's so much. My mind is like going, there's so much, but show me where I can make more money or easy money. Show me. I have a video that is called the four phrases for more manifestations and more synchronicity. And one of the things that I talk about is using the word show me. Because you are so powerful, but you have to guide the energy that you're with. You have to say those things. Okay, let me see what Anne wrote. It's my time and I'm ready for success. Yes. Yes, thank you, Anne. Thank you. With that said, that means that you also have to face your shit. You know what I mean? And this is what keeps us, because we are in the upper, when we reach our upper limits, this is what keeps us just not as successful as we want. This is what keeps us in our comfort zone, right? Because everybody wants to be successful, but nobody wants to understand themselves and put a little bit of work. We think that change is tedious. We think that change it's gonna take long. But I think that when you have, first of all, you have to want the change, and then after that, the teacher will appear. And then after that, change doesn't have to be so hard. And that's something that I definitely 100% believe in. Change does not have to take a long time. It's just about wanting it and being mentally ready, and tell your mind, okay, mind, we have to, hi, Becky. Okay, mind, we have to, work this shit out. Okay, so whatever it is that you're going through, I want you to tell your mind to show you a different way. All right? So I'm going to go through the list real quick. Hold on. I'm going to go through the list. Oh, hold on. Okay, here we go. So the list would be, oh my God, this is something that I suffered from. Not eating. Lately, I've been going through my own upper limit problems, and my eating has been completely off in a way. So basically, not eating regular meals because I'm too busy, not taking time off. For me has been, and you tell me your story, but for me has been losing the ability to have fun, losing the ability to kind of let go and be in the moment, feeling guilty if you're not working. That's an upper limit problem in abundance. You have to take a look at those limiting beliefs. You have to take a look at those limiting beliefs, and you have to tell yourself, universe or Rowena or Anne, show me something different. Show me how it's possible. And just pay attention, because it will show you. Feeling like you're, oh my God, lately I've been feeling, not lately, I don't want to say lately, but sometime a week, 2 weeks ago, I was feeling like I was too busy to pee. I was too busy to just get up and pee because I need to finish this. And it's just like, girl, you're a human being. Take a fucking break, you know? And so those are the upper limits when it comes to abundance. Personally, I've been scaling my business, and I actually got to the point where I realized I didn't want to do certain things in my business, and guess what? It was time to do it. Like, you know, redo your website a little bit, change your prices, come up with other coaching programs, you know, things that businesses do. And I was resisting all of that because there was a belief within me that I am too young to be successful. I was feeling guilty at the fact that I'm going to turn out to be more successful, faster, much bigger than my family, you know, and I needed to forgive that. And because I was playing a program in the back of my mind since I was a child, and that's when you see your parents struggle and talk about mortgages and talk about all these things. And another thing, I was playing several things, and then another thing that I was playing is that I was afraid of making more money, and actually I didn't want to make more money. There was a part of me that didn't want to. It's not all of you. These are parts of you, by the way. This is parts of your subconscious mind. And there was a part of me that I didn't want to make more money because I didn't want that responsibility because of what I saw growing up in my family. And not only my family, but in society. You know, I mean, come on. I really don't like this song, but I see so many people laughing about, like dancing to this song. And that song is from Mace and P. Diddy. It's called Mo Money, Mo Problems. That's a terrible song. That's a terrible message, by the way. And I never, ever liked that song. And people dance their ass off to that song. And think about the message that sends. Well, that was my upper limit. Maybe that's why I never liked that song, because that was my upper limit. As much as I wanted it so bad, there was a part of me that was like rejecting it, because I was like, no, it's too much responsibility, taxes, this and that, and people. And another thing is I had this fear that family members are gonna come after me, and they're gonna want me to like take care of them. These are real limiting beliefs, guys. So I want you to just kind of take a look at yourself and ask your limiting beliefs, you know. And I want you to forgive yourself for that. I want you to give love instead of being mad at yourself. Give yourself love for that, you know, and just say, I forgive you. But we don't need to continue to live like this anymore. We don't need to continue doing that. And now you know that it comes from your past. So you can give me your thoughts about that. Carla, I have guilt. Hold on, let me see. And then in a little bit, I'm going to go into the upper limits with love. Okay, let me see. I feel like the paycheck was what I was good for, and it's gone now. I still provide, but through disability insurance. I have guilt every time I take care of me instead of my kids. I know, you know, what you're feeling is so real. However, it's all based on feeling like we don't deserve. You know, and what you have to tell yourself is, this is not real, and I deserve, you know. And another thing is that we have to learn to be patient with ourselves. We have to learn to give ourselves that baby step. I know a lot of people that are watching me know me, but for the people that don't know me, you know, for the few people that don't know me, I do coaching, and I do I do manifestation coaching, LOA coaching, and I do hypnotherapy, holistic hypnotherapy. I have a lot of extrasensory abilities, so I really tap into people's energy, and I really guide them through that process. But guess what? Homegirl needed her own coach. And guess what? Homegirl got herself into a really, really expensive coaching program that I've been dying to get into. But it was time to get it, to do it. And actually the opportunity opened up. It opened up for me. And I did it because you know, I also needed somebody to guide me into my own upper limits, because now my business is becoming bigger and bigger, and I needed to understand my own upper limit problems. So here I am, you know, telling you guys about the fact that we all have upper limit problems. Even the most successful people. Actually, I work with so many successful people that they make all this money. They make all this money, but their love life or their family relationships are just terrible. And there is a limiting belief there that says, I can have this, but I cannot have this, you know? And that is the limiting belief that I work with a lot of people, honestly. And I know I deserve, but I get stuck. Look at that. I love that you say that, because it's so true. We all know that we deserve love, right? We all know that we deserve money. We all know that we deserve joy and abundance and all these amazing things, right? But we get stuck. But that stuckness is your mind. It's your mind trying to protect you. And you have to kind of listen to that. Like, what is it saying? You know, why is it that there's a part of you that feels like you deserve, and then why is it that there's this whole other part of you that says, nope, you're not gonna get it? What after it says you're not gonna get it, what does it say? If you can tune into it, what is it? And you guys can put, another thing is, you guys can put your hand in your heart. That's a really big way of connecting with your true feelings. Put your hand in your heart. What does it say? You know, what does it say? Maybe it says, I deserve it, but it's not gonna be good enough. That's another thing. We actually have an upper limit of how much we allow ourselves to receive, how much joy, love, and money we allow ourselves to receive. And that's something that I needed to correct with myself in my business, and with myself in general. Like, so when people come to my place and they do sessions with me, and they, you know, I work from home, and even my friends, like, they always say, Iris, your place is always so immaculate. Your place is always so tidy, so whatever. And I realized that I was being hard on myself. And even though that sounds good, like, oh yeah, my place is so clean, I was actually not allowing myself to be myself. And myself means that homegirl likes to be messy. But my OCD and my wanting to look good, but it wasn't for other people. I was doing it for myself. Like, I was being hard on myself. Like, Iris, if you're messy, you are, you know, you're a loser. You're gonna mess up. You have to be on your A game all the time. And that was an upper limit of me wanting to just be myself, right? So another thing that I can teach you guys today is look around you, and what is it that you don't allow yourself to do? What is it that you don't allow yourself to be, to have, you know? Another thing that I wouldn't allow myself to do was eat pasta. I wouldn't allow myself to eat pasta. And that was my upper limit. Why? Oh, because pasta's gonna make me bloated. It's gonna make me fat. Pasta is gonna ruin the good week that I had. No. You know, also, if I was trying to lose weight, if I was trying to lose a certain couple of pounds, it's like I would get like really weird, and then I had to like sabotage it somehow and eat and like binge during the weekend or something like that. I wasn't allowing myself to receive the pleasure of being lighter. You know, so look around your life and see what it is that you don't allow yourself to have. And with that said, I would love to extend my Facebook Live to you guys. You know, who would like to join me and who would like to talk about their experience? You know, give me like a me or something, and you have to make sure you have a phone that is you know, that has the camera thing, or an iPad that has the camera, and just put me, and I'll invite you, and you can share your experience, because that's part of the awakening hour. It's the interactive hour. but yes, I would love to hear about somebody else's experience, and I would love to connect with you on that sense and go over it. You know, if you want, Carla, you can go in, or Anne, it doesn't matter. So don't be shy, you know, you want to express yourself. Think of it as group healing and free coaching. But yes, you know, or whoever has come up with a system where they can has overcome their own upper limits. So I want to go into the love real quick, as other people wanna, you know, if anybody wants to come in, you're more than welcome. But I want to go into the love limits, right? So love limits would be like if you're making like really good money at work, and then you feel good, but it's almost like you have to ruin it somehow, and then you get into a fight. You get into a fight with your loved ones, you know, you get into a fight with your husband, your boyfriend. So I only have lipstick, okay? I don't have anything. No lashes, you know. I just put on a little lipstick because I love my lipstick. I'm a lipstick freak. But it's up to you guys. You know, if anybody wants to join, please, I would love to hear your input on this, because we're all in the same boat. Another thing is when you are dating somebody and you have to find what's wrong with them. Ding, 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 ding. You have to find what's wrong with them. You have to put that person down somehow. I'm huge. Well, not anymore, but I was definitely that person that did that. And who knows, maybe I still am. I mean, I'm single and I'm not ready to mingle because I'm working on myself and my business. But I definitely was that person that if I went out with someone and I really like that person, I would have to find something wrong with them because, oh no, it's too good to be true, you know. And those are the upper limits in joy and in love, you know. Also, if you're having a great day at work. I haven't dated in a while. Yeah, it happens. It happens. You gotta understand that this, by the way, this also is connected to your second chakra, guys. This is also connected to your sacral chakra, the ability to receive pleasure. And it's the ability also to be creative, which is pleasurable, right? So I definitely suggest it is to do some, you know, sacral chakra meditations, do some mantra meditations that are on that, you know, feeling deserving of pleasure and feeling worthy of the pleasure, and just do energetic work on that. A lot of forgiveness. I do a lot of Rowena. I find that people put up energetic walls. Very true. That's very true. But you know what, Rowena? People that put up energetic walls, there's a how can I explain that? Okay, in a nutshell, those people, because I know that you do energy work. So everybody, Rowena does energy work, and people that put up energetic walls and they come to you are people that are not ready to be healed. You know. And so when people do that, it's like they want the help, but they don't want to face themselves. It's just like love, and it's just like success. Everybody wants success, but nobody wants to put in the work. And putting in the work most of the time means that you're going to have to work with somebody that is going to help you through this process. I'm not saying all the time, I'm not saying forever, but like, you're gonna have to surrender to the fact that maybe you don't know and you cannot do it alone, right? So it's just, and I've had clients like that, by the way, Rowena. I've had clients that spend hundreds of dollars on me and they don't do the work, you know? And those are, some do not realize that they have this internal block. Yes. Well, that's 100% true. And it takes two things. It takes for the practitioner to let them know that they have a wall, and then it takes for them to face themselves. You have to get to a point of facing yourself and say, maybe, just maybe, I don't want to be in a relationship because I'm protecting myself. As much as I want to be in love, as much as I want to forgive my mother, as much as I want to have success, as much as I want to make money, I don't want to. And that usually, when we realize that, we have the way that we normally realize that, which is kind of unfortunate, but the way that we actually realize that is through a crisis, and there's not much that we can do at that moment. The person has to go through the crises. But I want you to take, again, I want you to take a look at your life and say, how much joy do I allow in my life? How much in money, how much money do I allow to have in my bank account before I start feeling weird? I can totally relate to that. And I guys already told you, I had 1,000 reasons onto why it is that I don't, onto why it is that I didn't want to make money, even though I want to make money so much, and I study this and blah, 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 and blah, 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 There was a part of me that I didn't want to make money because I didn't want the responsibility. I mean, even my purse says it. I'm the type of person, I don't even want to own a house. I come from not wanting to own a house. So, because I don't want to deal with the responsibility of owning a house. So, it's all subconscious. And now it becomes conscious, right? So when it becomes conscious, when you're like, holy shit, now you have a choice. When you realize these things, you have a choice. Do I want to continue living small, or do I want to kind of get through and push through and possibly get the help that that I need? Hola milagros, un besito. That's my aunt, guys. Do I want to get the help that I need to get through this? And again, another thing, actually, I'm gonna add to what you're saying, Rowena, is, and this is everybody, we have a very hard time admitting that we need help. This is why we stay depressed for a very long time, because we don't want to admit to ourselves that we need help, because we don't want to look weak. That's another thing. We think that asking for help is a weak thing to do, and the truth is that is super faulty. You did not come to this planet to make it on your own, by yourself, for yourself, all the time. You came here to create with other human beings. You came here to help the planet. Literally, you came here to serve. So we have to become more self-aware and understand that we cannot do everything on our own. Okay, Carla. I don't want to deal with the commitment, not with people or big permanent purchases, even though I don't have the money or the relationship at this time. I can totally... Does anybody have sympathy for Carla right now? Because I feel like she is describing a lot of us at one part of our lives or another. 100%. But how long are we going to stay playing small? How long are we going to stay playing small? And another thing, and that's how we start getting depressed. That's how we start coming up with gout for men, right? That's how we stop, that's when we start having chronic illnesses, fibromyalgia, we start to develop illnesses. We start to develop, oh my God, anxieties. Anxiety is basically your body saying, I don't like what you're doing. I don't like what's happening. You're not living your true self. So we have to be how long am I gonna fucking do this? How long, is this gonna continue happening? And it takes a lot of bravery to say, hey, you know what? I need to get over this. I need to learn about myself. Same thing even with myself. As much as I teach about abundance and all that stuff, guess what? Homegirl needed to understand my own self-sabotaging behaviors, because I'm trying to scale my business, and the more that I was trying to scale it, which is change prices, rearrange things, come up with new things, I was slowing down and slowing down and slowing down, and I was just like, fuck, like what is going on? Like I want to be successful. Why does my body keep telling me it doesn't, you know? And that's when, I had to realize this is outside of myself. I can't do this alone, right? So, thank God that I have support and I have people that help me, but also I know the power of help, I have a slight advantage because I understand that having help is very important. But I don't want to play small, right? No, I don't think anybody here, you didn't come here to play small. We come here with gifts. We come here with, so much talent, and it is up to us to break away from what other people are going to think, from what other people are going to do. Hi, Dad! Oh my God, my dad is watching. Yay! Okay, so it's up to us to break away from those things. And how long are you gonna keep playing small? Okay, Reina. Today I felt anxiety and it was not great because I recently felt jealous. Oh my God, Reina! Thank you for saying that. I mean, okay. Can we be honest here? Can we all be honest here? Have you guys been feeling jealousy? Have you felt jealousy? And doesn't it feel weird as an adult to feel jealous? Like when you're young, you're like little Susie in the park, or like in high school. But like as an adult, doesn't it feel so uncomfortable to feel jealous? And you're like, what the hell is wrong with me? Jealousy, everybody. Jealousy is a sign that you are ready to grow. Okay? Jealousy is a sign that you are ready to grow and you need to grow. Because it all says that if I had what that person has, I would feel more, how would I say that? I would feel more complete. And it's not about taking other people's things. It's not that. It's about feeling valued. I feel like I have reverted to high school when I feel 100%. Isn't it like a yucky feeling? And you're like, what the hell is wrong with me? That means that you are ready to grow. That means that your body wants more. And what it wants is more value. What it wants is more creativity. What it wants is to go after the things that, that they want, that you came here to do. And the problem is that we are still living in a world where it's all about survival. And the truth is that we have to step away and we have to learn to surrender. Actually, okay, I have a really good story that, I hope that this helps somebody today. Recently, and I'm gonna make a whole separate video, but I'll talk about it right here, a little bit. Recently, girl, I feel you. Reina, I feel you, girl. I feel you. I went through something similar a little bit ago, and I was like, what is wrong with me? And then I started asking myself the deeper questions. If I had this, would I feel like this? If I did this, would I feel like that? And I was like, holy shit, I just need to upgrade. That's all I need to do. I need to upgrade myself. I need to upgrade my life. And as soon as I started doing all those changes, the jealousy is done. Oh my God, the day that I actually upgraded my website and my prices and everything, I felt like this weight came off of me. And as much as it was very hard, it felt like the weight came off of me. So everything started lately on my journey, which I'm gonna get into right now, because a little bit ago, like I want to say maybe a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, no longer than 2 months ago, I healed myself of my left arm. Okay, so I'm lefty, and so this is my strong arm. So I healed myself of the need to work hard for my money. I healed myself of the need to work hard for my money. We all have that. One way or another, we all have it. Okay, so this idea of working hard for my money, it was manifesting itself into this pain in my arm, and I was getting signs, but it was there for 1.5 years, guys. I went through a healing, which is the same thing that I do to all my clients. It was done to me. And so when I actually got to the bottom of everything, I was I was adapting the idea that I needed to work hard for my money. So I was putting on a lot of engagements. I was working a lot, whether it was in this business, whether it was side jobs. I was just putting on too much responsibility, and it was really reflected on my arm. And I would sleep on my arm, so it was even more. It's not about sleep, guys. It's not about just overworking yourself. It's about the belief that you have to overwork yourself to create more money. Okay, but guess what? It started happening. Like I started, the healing started happening when I started praying for easy money. Like, God, like, it's time to pray for easy money. Pay attention, Carla, pay attention. So I started praying for that, and when I started praying for that, all this craziness started to come in through. Okay, Becky, I went through this when I'd see other houses mark sales pending and ours still wasn't selling. I was mad at people I didn't even know getting what I wanted until forgiveness list mastermind. So Becky, she joined one of my coaching groups, and she had a beautiful big home. And I'll just tell her story real quick. She had a beautiful big home, and it wouldn't sell. And she worked with me, and 2 weeks after it sold. After months and months, and we're not talking about a little house, we're talking about a big old house. So, and now she's moving to Florida, and we're gonna spend her birthday together. So I'm very happy I get to meet her family. And that's what I do with my clients too. My clients are not just, there's no hierarchy. We're regular people. I am just like you, and after we're done, we're gonna hang out because they're all beautiful people just like me. Days after, because I was behind. That's awesome. So, going back to my arm story, I realized that I was having, I literally opened up a can of worms with myself, but I had to heal my arm because I had this idea that I needed to work hard for my money, and then I started praying on easy money. And then another thing is pray on and tell the universe, show me how to make my life easier, show me how to have more time, and the universe will show you more time, right? However, I started hitting some resistance, and the resistance and where my mind took me was to the memories, to where my parents were struggling. They weren't, you see, that's another thing. It's not like they were crazy struggling. It was more like, as a child, we moved around a lot. And as a child, my parents bought houses, and they sold them, and they fixed them. So guess what? As a kid, I overheard conversations that I couldn't quite understand, but I thought that my parents were struggling a lot. And they did struggle, sure, but they were still very successful at the same time. But I hated moving because I was never grounded. I never had long-lasting friends. I felt very lonely for an extreme amount of time. So all that was a trauma, basically. That's trauma, guys. And that's also part of procrastination. And that's the last thing I'm going to talk about. I'm in a relationship, and I'm constantly exhausted, and my entire body aches. That's really interesting, Itzel, that you say that you are in a relationship and yet your body aches. Because that tells me right away that you think it's your relationship, but how do you fully know it's the relationship? What if it's the work, right? But you said, I'm looking at your words, and I'm looking at your subconscious writing, and you're blaming it on the relationship. So there's an upper limit that says, I can't do any better. I can't do better. And your body is depressing you, so you can do something about it. So think about that. So anyway, when it came to understanding, there you go, Itzel, there you go, Reina. I'm so glad that I'm able to bring you guys some awareness today. And so when I finally healed myself from my arm, it happened in seconds. This thing that has been hurting for over a year was gone. It was done, right? But guess what? That means that it opened up this other set of beliefs that says that, and this is almost embarrassing to say, but it's the truth, because it was my subconscious that was saying that, right? So it opened up this set of beliefs that says that the universe is not enough, God is not enough, that because I had trauma from my childhood. So what was it? I wrote it in my journal. It said, you know, my mom wasn't there, my dad wasn't there, God wasn't there, and God only does what God only does is encourage, and it's not enough, you know. So that's why I needed to put all the weight on myself and work hard. I don't quite believe that, guys. We don't quite believe that, but there's a part of ourselves that believes that, and that is the part that felt lonely in childhood. That was the part that felt like mommy and daddy weren't there for us. And those are the parts that I help people tap into when I do coaching and hypnotherapy. It's a combination that I do, and I had to do it on myself, and that's what I figured out for myself. So how crazy is that, right? How crazy is that when I actually found all like that subconscious belief, what do? I teach people how to forgive. You know, I teach people how to forgive themselves and get to those beliefs by saying, I forgive you, I release you, I love you, I'm sorry, right? I thank you. You know, I also teach people how to do EFT, which is basically facing their feelings. You know, and we could do a round right now. Actually, before I leave, you know, we could do a round of EFT. Ooh, I like that. And the last thing that I want to talk about today is procrastination. We all suffer from procrastination at one point or another, okay? Doesn't make you a bad person, doesn't make you anything, you know, on the contrary. It's just more like how do I explain it? Procrastination is basically overwhelm. It's a sense of overwhelm. It doesn't mean that you're lazy. It doesn't mean that you're shitty. It doesn't mean that you don't know what you're doing. Those are just things that we tell our mind. We tell ourselves from our mind. It does not mean any of those things. It actually means that you're overwhelmed, okay? And you're actually not living in the present, which I totally understand. You know, I have a list of things that I have to do, right? Queen of procrastination. That is, okay, so procrastination is trauma. Procrastination comes from trauma because your mind is running a bunch of different programs. I have kids, I have husband, my mom doesn't talk to me, my mom loves me, my dad doesn't, and this happened to me, and I feel lonely, and I have this to do, and I have that to do, so guess what? Your mind is gonna be like, homegirl, let's look at Instagram right now. Homegirl, let's look at cat videos. Why? Because your mind is trying to release you of stress, all right? Until you address the things that are stressing you, until you forgive yourself for the actions that you're taking and that you've taken in the past and in your present, your mind is not going to stop procrastinating. It's just the way it is, you know? Okay, so let's do a round of EFT. So I'm gonna give you guys a few seconds. What a great life this has been. Even though nobody wanted to volunteer today. Oh, my little one. Even though nobody wanted to volunteer, it was still a beautiful life. I just had so many things to share with you guys, and I just want to thank you guys for being here with me today. So everybody get nice and ready. And just follow me. Honestly, there is no wrong way of doing this. You're still talking to me. Yeah, I'm talking to everybody. Everybody that is tuning in, you know, this is what you guys needed to hear. And I want you to take a moment and thank the universe for helping you watch this, because this is incredibly important. You are not, you know, you are not unlucky. You're not unsuccessful. What we have to learn to do is to address the resistance that is within us, and then become self-aware and say, oh yeah, that's from my past. Oh yeah, it's, you know, it's another way. Oh, of course. Blessings to you, Rowena. And so, you know, you guys, I promise you guys are nowhere near what we tell our minds we are. You know, that's like, we give up. Like, most of the population gives up on themselves, and that's how people get sick as well. Okay, and you are not that person. You know, just the fact that you're watching, like, I took a vow that I'm gonna be extremely successful in my own terms, and I took that vow, And as much as it hurts sometimes to face myself, I'm like, keep going. I gotta keep going. I gotta keep forgiving, and I gotta keep doing this shit because I want to break through my own barriers and the barriers that my parents couldn't break through, because I want to have a legacy for myself and for my children, and I want to make myself, and I want to save the planet, because we all come here to serve, right? So that's another thing. You want to make more money? Find your purpose in life. Find the way that you are serving the world. Carla, you are serving the world with your writing. You have so much to give and to serve. You come here to serve the planet. You don't come here to play it small, honey. So whenever you're feeling that way, you have to find a way of giving yourself the love and the compassion and the development, so you can get through those barriers. All right, everybody, let's do this. Just follow me. Just follow me. And start tapping right here on the side of your arm. Honestly, there's no wrong way. You want to tap right here in your heart? You can tap in your heart. Sometimes I just do it, okay? So here we go. Woo, take a deep breath. And even though I am the procrastination queen, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel lost and sometimes depressed and I don't know what to do, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel guilty for having more joy than what I have, even though I feel like I don't deserve sometimes, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And then we're gonna go and starting at the top of your head and just tap lightly. But as of now, I choose to release this guilt. As of now, I choose to live a better life. I choose to release any fear and any self-doubt that I have. Because I know that deep within myself, I am amazing. I know that I have so much love to give. I know that I have so many gifts to show. And I ask for the universe to light my way and to show me how I can release this. I ask to be put into the right situations and things that are going to take me to the next level when it comes to accepting more joy, more love, and more abundance in my life. And therefore, I release this fear of not being good enough and this fear of not deserving. Because I know that I deserve. And I know that I am loved. For we all deserve. And we all come here to make this world a better place. And so it is. And so take a deep breath. Woo! And whenever you feel crappy, whenever you feel, any sort of crappy, guilt, anger, any sort of frustration, even though I feel all these crappy feelings, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And that is a beautiful way of releasing stuck energy out of your body. And it helps you go into the next task. Okay, guys, I love you all. You know, if you want to learn more about me, you're more than welcome to check out my webpage, universaliris.com. I do have a lot of videos. Actually, I have more videos on my YouTube, which is Universal Iris on YouTube. I do have a lot of videos also on right here on my Facebook. However, I do have more videos on YouTube, and I talk a lot about, so many things. Guys, thank you so much, and I hope I am awesome, Carla. That's so awesome. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for all the love, guys. This was all for you, and I hope to see you guys in the next awakening hour, which will be 2 weeks from now. Okay, so let's see. I will put a. The next awakening hour is gonna be the 27th. So I'll put a message. All right, and I love you guys, and have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your day or night. Bye.